How to use credit.
Yo, 9 times out of 10, you gonna fuck your credit up, right? It's inevitable. It's gonna happen. You gonna fuck it up, especially if you're anybody like me, coming straight out of high school, joining the military, not really knowing how to use money, starting with a 0 credit score. I had to learn, right? So I fucked it off on some, immature things, not smart things, right? In comparison to asset. So I say all that to say, I wish somebody would have told me what I'm finna tell y'all, right? What I'm finna tell y'all. I'm finna put y'all on some game, right? Instead of using the liability credit, right? Stay with me. Instead of using the credit, which is a liability to buy more liabilities, i.e., shoes, clothes, cars, in some instances, real estate, actually, in some instances, if you don't know how to properly run it, or just things that isn't providing you a return at the end of the month. You know what I'm saying? It's showing up negative on your balance sheet, right? So using that liability to buy more liabilities, right? Instead of doing that, check me out. Use the liability to buy more assets. That boy spitting. Ooh, that boy spitting. Look, check me out, right? And I'm not a tax advisor. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm none of those things. I'm just talking, right? I'm just entertaining myself. You feel me? So, using the liability credit, right, to buy more assets. You might think like, okay, what type of assets, right? Because you can get overwhelmed with how many assets that are on the market right now. You got crypto, real estate, commodities. You could trade. You can go and we could go on and on all day. With different type of assets you could use. But if I was to say to home in on one type of particular asset, I would say look at the cash flow, right? Because numbers don't lie. At the end of the day, numbers don't lie, right? So if you find an asset that can give you a decent amount of cash flow every month, so for instance, like real estate, right? The crib that I'm fucking with right now, it gives me a decent amount of cash flow every month because I have 2 roommates helping me out every month. Boom, 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 boom. Now I also have other assets, like let's say my long-term and hold is not giving me an income every month. Unless you're trading, and I'm not in that lane just yet, but I'm long-term holding, right? So I'm not expecting to see any return, until 5, 10, 20, 30 years. Maybe not even then, you know what I'm saying? May pass it down to my kids, who knows, right? So I'm not really seeing, income with that. So I would say instead of using the liabilities to buy more liabilities, use the liabilities to buy more assets. You know what I'm saying? That's the game, and that's the goal for 2022.